All right. It is a little early today, but I've been wanting to get this sketchy bar done. And sketchy bar's been fun, I gotta say. I pretty much finished this last night. I know the last stream kind of ended abruptly, where I was just like, I think we went for 6 hours or something. Or maybe it's 4 hours. I don't know. It was a little bit, and I think after about 3 hours, you kind of your mind starts to go a little bit. At least mine does. And there was a couple things that I was like didn't like. One, I have a wired dock here when I plug this thing in, and I wanted to switch to say wired instead of showing my Wi-Fi. So change that around. The other thing on Sketchybar was we were having lots of problems with spaces and the front app. It's funny, I went and worked out after I got off, ate dinner, and then I just sat down on my laptop, 30 minutes, knocked all that out. So I was just like, God, all right. So when I think also going live and doing it sometimes in live is just much, much slower. But I mean, it's nice. I really still like the live aspect because it forces you to just kind of keep going, keep pushing. And then I'm like, oh, well, I need to finish that. So I did get those done. Happy Friday, too. Hey, what's up, Dan? Oh, man. We got Dan, we finished it all. It's all good now. It's all good. I'm trying to think of anything else I want in my in the bar. I think this is just like the ideal bar for me. I can't think of anything. Yeah, Mac Util. I wanted to start to try and publish some of this. So if someone watches this, then they want to recreate this, they're not going to have to jump through a ton of hoops like I have. So I kind of actually wanted to do a guide. Yeah, I think it's pretty much to a spot where I like it. I think there's still a couple things, but it's enough for a publish. Because it seems to work pretty good. The only thing I'm thinking about dumping is on the title bar. You notice how this icon, I don't think we really need that. So let's go front app. And while we're doing that, I think icon strip, that's fine. But I don't think we need that. I think we get rid of that configuration. Or do we really? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Dan? Icon or Bud? Icon or no icon? Right now, I could replicate the VS Code icon here, which is fine, but like the ghosty icon, I could replicate it right here and then have the title. So if it's just the title, like this would just be the little tidely from, this. So do we want the icon and the title, or do we just want the title? Seeing that Arch server installer is broken. Oh no. I think both actually. Okay. Let's fix that real fast. So do that. And let's fix Arch server too while we're here. I gotta have my Arch server, dude. I use that script so much. We spent I spent a lot of time on that, actually. I wonder what broke on it. We'll have to take a look. Oh, actually, I meant to take off my... I don't have my... The tree guys aren't out today. 1 second, I gotta take out noise suppression. I had a whole bunch of noise suppression on because we had tree trimmers. And I was like, ooh, I don't want to catch all that. Noise suppression kind of hollows out voices, so I don't necessarily like using noise suppression. You don't get a full feature. But anyways, I think this should work. Let's go. Sketchybar. Oh, actually. Sketchybar. All right, and then we go to 3, 2, 1. Oh. Well, that's actually broken, isn't it? Huh. Read app. Oh, that's strange. Why can't I set that icon right? Icon strip is fine. Huh. Well, voodoo. I don't know. Yeah, pretty much, Carson. Pretty much. Ricing it out. It's pretty much in a good state, though. I think I got it pretty much how I want it. So, it's not anything I really want to change. I really like the bar, minimal, pretty much exactly how I'd want to feed it. Not much anything else to change. Just that. Why doesn't it like that? Icon strip gets updated here. Icon strip also gets updated in spaces too. Let's look at it. Yeah, maybe come back to it. Alright, let's look at that Arch script, huh? Let's look at the Arch installer script, I want to say. Yeah, a lot of people use Aerospace for Mac window management, but I really like Yabai just because, well, it forces the system protection, but you also get to remove all the stupid animations. I hate animations, like, with a dire passion. So that's why I'm just like, eh. I also hate anime. Yeah, I'm kind of there with you too, Nav. I don't let people know that, though. There's a lot of anime users, especially in the Linux realm. So if you say that, there'll be some judgment. So that's why I'm kind of like, oh, I think we are full Mac mode. Have you heard the good word from the Church of Apple? Yes, I fully converted. I'll be walking around with an iPhone and those god-awful Apple earbuds that are like $1,000. I always wondered, how does people not get like ear infections wearing those stupid earbud thingies all day? My ear canal's weird, so it's kind of like I just pop out every time. I can never do in-ear. And just in-ear, any kind of thing I just can't do. Always gotta be hating. Yeah, I don't hate anime. It's fine. Like, I watch, there's one with the kids I'll watch every once in a while. My Hero Academia. So, it's not like I'm like, anime, I despise you. Most of it, though, is just a little bit too wacky for my taste. I'm just kind of like, what's the premise here? Alright. So, yeah. Alright. Yeah, you do you. Back in my day, my cartoons were a lot better. I'm such an old man in that regard. You don't know what it was like to come home from school and watch some, like, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, DuckTales, the good stuff. You got all this weird shit now. Oh, all right. Let's see. Oh, poking the bear. All right. Let's pull up and see GitHub. Was that Linutil? Jeeve and Jared, syntaxing problem, that's that. But we had an issue with the Arch installer script. Let's see if someone made an issue. Oh, here we go. Line 150 cd null directory on the make directory. Oh, I like a good bug report. Oh, I like a good bug report. Look at this. Even screenshots, bro. See? That's what I love about GitHub issues. Like, sure, 80% of them are just trash. But occasionally you run into a gem like this. It's like, here's what I ran. Boom. Here's the date. Here's what happened. I select NVMe and chose ext4 file system. And then that thing failed. CD null on the creating a boot. Let's see. Looking at this, I don't think it's actually a problem necessarily. Because this actually would be correct if it's chrooting. If it's ch rooting in. Well, let's go ahead and clone it. See what we get. Hey, Merrick, thanks for streaming. Thanks, man. Thanks for watching. Let's go. I'm just having fun, man. I'm having fun. I'm having fun with the Mac. It's actually not. I think I hated a lot of the uncustomizability, but once you break like system protection and other things, I can remove a lot of the things I really just despised about it. So that's not bad. Can we just open code in this? Can we just combine the two? Oh, guess not. Oh well, whatever. Let's go down to core tabs, system setup, Arch Titus. Now let's get to that spot and let's take a peek, take a gander. So here's our MNTs. I want to say we have in this phase, we do a pack strap, generating. Low. 2 stores. So we should be in. Yeah, we should. We're rooted in right here, and then we're sending this file in, and this is where the theming happens. I mean, this just kind of opens you up to a lot of. It's not necessarily wrong or anything. It just. That doesn't look wrong. Yeah, they are expensive, I will say. I'd totally say that's a true statement. Yeah, that's the thing, Carson. The one thing that I just absolutely love. This, like, 1,000%. The battery life. Oh my word. It's nice. And also, what I found myself doing too on these days, like, let's say I come in and I start working on something. I get like focused, like zeroed in, just laser focused on the task at hand, which for me is like, you know, a cat eating. It's only going to last for a couple minutes. And then I'm like, hey, squirrel. But I get that, and then I get done. I can easily come back in here after I'm finished and just unplug it, take it in, sit on the couch, and then work on it again. And I'm like, that's so nice. Like, I didn't really appreciate how nice that is. Now, a lot of people are like, well, you can do that with a Linux laptop. Yes, you can. But it's just a bit more janky, and it's very specific on the hardware you're using, because the docks for Linux, just, there's not a wide selection of great docks. And I've tried a bunch of different docks. Some of them work better than others, but it can get a little dicey. I'm just saying. And the other thing I love about Mac, look at me giving compliments to Mac. Who would have thought the day? Bluetooth works incredibly well. Like, holy shit. By far the best operating system for Bluetooth is Mac. I don't know what they've done, but it's a fantastic experience for Bluetooth. That's really all the compliments I have right now. Those two, and that took everything in my being to do. Battery life and Bluetooth. Amazing. Yeah. And those are the things I really like. Jared's like, one of us. Oh my god. Can I show that on the stream? Fuck it. I don't think there's anything. So the guy at my work, I've been giving him shit about using Apple products for years. I call him Apple Shill. And I mean, anytime I'd see him, I would just make fun of him. So, shit, I'll just pull it up. I don't think there's anything incriminating. Famous last words. Do I have Discord installed here? Yeah, 1 second. Let me make sure. Can I put this to like another? Oh well. Yeah. I need to put streamer mode on. 1 second. There was incriminating evidence that I must hide. Look at me. Streamer mode. Okay. Here we go. Alright. Here we go. So he kind of sent me a bunch of stuff about this, and I was like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. And then I go, you know what? I'm gonna have to eat my words. I'm actually enjoying this. I just used Moonlight with my controller, Bluetooth, of course, to do this. And I coded this wicked bar using Sketchbar. Loved it. I was like, this is actually pretty fun. I'm happy you're enjoying it. And then I was like,
yeah, well, the dude abides.
I'm stupid. You're smart. I was wrong. You were right. You're the best. I'm the worst. You're very good looking. I'm not very attractive. I had to eat my words after a couple of years. Because I gave him shit about his MacBook for the longest time. Oh my god. So anyways, yeah. It was fun. It's fun. So Lee, thank you for the tier 15 months. I haven't been on in a while. Yeah. So I've started kind of kicking back up and just doing streams. Much more informal than my normal stuff, but I always usually have like a theme, and I'm trying to write and get some stuff done. Like, I'm on Mac right now, but yeah, obviously I still use Linux. We're still gonna edit Linux on this too. What about Linux virtual environments on Mac? How's that look? Has anybody explored that too much? This is actually correct. I don't see an issue with this at all. So let's ask the old co-pilot gods. Come on, co-pilot, hop in the seat. What is a better way of installing grep in this script? Actually, let's see. We're gonna limit it down so it doesn't go crazy. I don't think virtualization's worth a damn on Mac. Last time I looked, it was pretty awful. I could be wrong though. It's been a minute. Like, one thing, like, so it's been about 2-3 years since my last really diving deep, right? And one thing I noticed was coming back after being away from Apple Silicon for at least several years, the ecosystem has grown considerably. Now, obviously, we're not talking about Vision Pro here. That's a whole different story. No. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. The Mac hater in me still's there. But the ecosystem actually in the MacBook has actually been really good. They've really expanded a lot of the ARM, and a lot of people are building for ARM now. Where, back when I first jumped on like the M1 Mac Mini, the thing I was having a problem with is almost everything was x86, and there was very, very little selection for ARM. And now it seems like if it's Mac, it's on ARM. So that's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. All right, let's see what it wants to change. So the main issue I think I have here. Yeah. No. I'm just a bit disappointed. Like, it should see that these files are getting pulled remotely from Git. And it doesn't. Like, this is just wrong. What's it doing with Luke's? How's that differ? They added a space. Yeah, so all that's wrong. That looks okay. But the disk here... What do you think about the Apple ecosystem for devs? Swift, Object, Xcode? It looks okay. Oh man, so far. Looks a lot better than Windows. I'll say that. I can't say it, I still think, like, if someone just wants to be a developer, I mean, I have a hard time not recommending Linux. Like, Linux to me is what developers should use. But there's a use case for Mac too, especially if you're on the go a bunch and you want just one succinct system with a laptop. So, like, it just depends, I think, is what I'd say now. Like, I could see someone using a Mac, especially if they're constantly traveling or constantly kind of moving around, because I think the mobile ecosystem is just so much better. It's not to say that there's not good Linux laptops out there. It's just Mac has done it really well, especially with the battery and just some of the uniformity around like docking and those types of things, where Linux just struggles when it comes to that type of thing. The versatility is just better. It's not that you can't set that up in Linux, but man, is it a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm on Windows WSL all the way. On Mac, I develop natively. The MacBook Air is so close and lasts 2 days for me. Yeah, see, I get that. I get that. Yeah, it just depends on exactly what you're developing too. To test this out. So I just don't think this is the problem. Okay, all right, Dan. Let's see what we got. First, let's set up virtualization. Does Mac have virtualization? Does anybody even know? I'm sure, right? Last time I did it, it was like Parallels or some shit. What is virtualization on a Mac like? Do we have anything good, like QEMU type situation? Huh. Apple container. I've never used this in my life. UTM. Launch Xcode, open GUI Linux sample apps, VXA. Huh. This seems overly complex for really no reason. Unless I'm maybe pulled up the wrong documentation. It's like, sure, we could do it this way, but really, this is the. All right. Yeah, just for dev work. I mean, yes, I'm sure somebody's like made a more simple version, but yeah. UTM is the thing to use, is what I think you guys were saying. Windows, Linux, meet Apple Silicon. Well, this looks clean. Look at that, without the headache. Can it run games? No, probably not. I like this guy already. Or gal, whatever. That's really good. Let's just download it. All right. Let's go. That's funny. What's this down here? Oh, maybe it's just me showing all hidden files. Yeah, I know. I still hate it too, Dan. It's so stupid. It's like, okay. You know, let's put this on Workspace too. Oh no. Let's download us some Arch. Not so bad. We got rack space still. Rack space. Should I download the ARM version? I don't even know if Arch distributes that over here, though. I don't think it does. I had to how to explain apps to people over the phone a lot for Apple support. Oh, that hurts my soul, Nav. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's an ARM version of Arch. Damn straight there is. I used the hell out of the ARM version for Arch. I was doing it to... I remember one time I wiped out this bullshit... God, you guys remember Terra Station? Ugh. Gross. Or Seagate's own proprietary bullshit that they did for a bit. I was using ARM Arch to wipe that crap out and then install and roll my own. Because man, was that stuff awful. Their stock software, they had crackheads working inside. I hate calling all these developers crackheads, but I think there's a drug epidemic over in California. Because man, there's some really odd decisions. I'm like, they got paid millions of dollars to do this? Damn it. I'm underpaid. So great. Alright, memory 4. Yeah, cores default. We're just gonna leave it at the same. Size of the drive, 64. I don't think we need 64. Let's go 32. Path for the directory. Let's go home. New folder. Let's call it VMs. Let's see. There's gotta be Arch. Let's try Arch 64. This might fail because of this, but UTM can't emulate x64. Probably just a setting. Let's go back. I think I missed a setting. Yeah, let's try Rosetta. Just because I don't remember if I actually made any ARM 64. Yeah, so we're using Rosetta. That might fail miserably. Let's see. Sure. I was trying to remember, did I do anything with the Linux utility? I can't remember. Oh well, let's see. Play it. Crash. Architecture's wrong. Can we edit that? Yeah. Oh, we might have run into a bug here. Yeah, let's just delete that. We'll create a new one. Oh, what's the gallery? Oh, hell, let's try it. He already makes it defaults here. Arch Linux ARM. Kind of cool. All right. Nah. It always feels good. Why aren't you setting the font? Well, that's weird. Oh, let's reboot. Maybe I missed something. You should be able to do like a tur v24b, but I don't see anything. What? Let's just do a full system update, maybe. Maybe there's some old jank here. Set font always works, even on weird. Okay. Yeah, kernel's way out of date. Let's update it. Pretty decent performance. I mean, it is the ARM to ARM, so it should be pretty solid. Could also be ARM Arch. I don't know how well up to date it was. Like, yeah, there's many Linux spins that do have ARM architecture, but it's not well received. Is this kernel panic? No, it's just... It's still working, right? Might have run out of space, maybe. Sometimes these Arch upgrades do. What do we have? Upgrade size only 800 megs. Well, let's leave it for a minute. A 100% charging. Yeah, it's plugged in right now. Isn't there like adaptive charging on Mac? Yeah. I think Bub was right. Let's do that while that updates in the background. I just don't think this is just. can't get behind that. I just don't think that's a good idea. This change just seemed too extreme for what I wanted. I think we'll just troubleshoot that ourselves. It seems like I get in trouble every time I use AI. It's like, hey, I'm going to recommend a bunch of shit that doesn't work. But they're coming for everybody's jobs. Really? What's the changes here? Oh, yeah, I made those changes. We'll come back for that. Let's open Sketchy. Front app. Let's get rid of the icon. I think that should work. Do want to start pushing this to a Git because there's going to be times where I'm going to blow this up and I'm going to want some backups. And right now, I don't think I really have any. Let's go terminal. Oh, nothing, huh? Brew, services, restart, Sketchybar. Yeah, I like it better without the app too. Hey. Are we out of boot actually looks wrong. They made it see. Oh man, they didn't give boot enough space. Okay. Let's modify the etc default grub. No, there's no grub there. Oh, we don't even have sudo installed. Oh well. We'll just run as root. What's the worst that could happen? Just grub. Let's go, not neovim, let's go invim, etc default grub. Great. Oh, this is so weird. Why did it do that just this little tiny bit? Well, UTM's a little jank. Much more jank than QEMU, probably. But, disable recovery is true. Do we have fallback generation in here? I don't see it. Alright, let's retry that, TrackMan SYU. Wow, what is happening? Oh, we need to update the kernel. So let's try another update. Landlock is not supported by kernel. Oh my god. So out of date. I don't think we can update this version of Arch. No error, no whammy, no whammy. Shit. Yeah. Init CPIO image generation failed. Eesh. No space on the drive. So if you look at disk free, boot is 100% full. Yeah, whatever. Well, we're gonna delete that. All right. Well, that was a good idea in theory. Yeah. I don't know, man. Oh, Dan. Oh, no. Oh, Dan, I forgot to tell you something. You might have missed this. We got some, something I'm not too proud of. I may not be on a Mac Mini anymore. Actually, I'm not on a Mac Mini anymore. I don't want to run this command, but... I'm sorry. I betrayed you all. Please forgive me. Oh, I mean, it hurt my soul to go in there, but in my defense, I did get a price match. And this is the absolute base model of the MacBook Air. So instead of spending $1,000, God bless, I'm already sounding like an Apple fanboy. I spent $850. Only $850. Only. And here I was complaining about spending $100 on something in Linux. It's funny. The cult of Apple is a weird thing. Don't ever drink that Kool-Aid. It's poisonous. All right. Anyways, I'm done dicking around with Mac virtual machines. Let's just boot up our Xeon over here and get an actual good one. All right, let's go. Yeah. Apple fanboy is the greatest. When you're sitting there doing rationales between like $1,000 and $850 and going, it's cheap. You know you've gone down a dark path. What's up, Rob? That is a good time to come in. Oh, yeah. I was just on my Mac, so thank God you didn't see that. Aren't most good laptops $1,000 these days, though? Yeah, probably. Yeah. I'd say so. And then $50 for stickers. Like a true Linux person would use. Wait, you're a Mac user now, Rob? No. Well, I know for a little bit you're using WSL because of Linux shenanigans. I mean, they do have the best laptops. I will say, after you're actually using the laptop, dude, I don't know how you compete with that. Like, we need an ARM-based laptop from other people. But the problem with that is Apple controls the whole ecosystem. How are you going to get all these Windows or Linux people to, well, and Linux does have ARM-based stuff because, I mean, hell, we have the whole ecosystem from the Raspberry Pi, which is ARM-based. So it's doable. But I really just want something powerful. I want a powerful ARM Linux machine. That would be dope. Like, imagine that as a dev environment. That would be a dream. Right? Think about it. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, honestly, Asahi is starting to look more attractive because of that. Oh, good. Lord, what am I doing here? Yeah, there we go. It didn't work, but whatever. Alright, yeah, System 76 has come a long way. Like, let's see what to do with, yeah, so I looked at, like, the Thelios lines and those types of things. I never had, I talked to some of their marketing people a little bit, but, yeah, I never got anything from 76. I used K-Focus and Tuxedo. Tuxedo laptop. So K-Focus for the last year, that's what I've been using as my primary daily driver. So it was a K-Focus. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, God. All right. Let's go. Shoot. If I can remember my hotkeys. Mac's already corrupted me. No. No. What's going on here? All right. Try this. All right. Oh, never mind. Okay. Stupid command key. Okay, got it. My bad. Okay. Let's see. I lost the main developer, so the project isn't being developed like it used to be. Oh, yeah. Asahi. Do you remember what Linux device of the Docker bar in Mac OS is called? Yeah. The Linux derivative of the Docker bar. Linux derivative of the Docker bar in Mac OS is called. I don't know. I literally have been using the Mac for like less than a week. So I am far from the expert on that. I'm like a little baby fawn right out of the womb, just stumbling around, getting crap to work. I'm a noob Apple fanboy. I'm still in the honeymoon phase. I was coming over here for something. Oh, yeah. QEMU. That's what I miss. I was like, we need a virtual machine manager. That is what we need. Come on. Better connect. All right, we're going to go forward, browse. Downloads. What's my last Arch download? Arch Linux 2024. All right, we got to get a later one. Don't download an old Arch. Why do we even have those in there? That's funny. Download Arch. Yeah, trying to Arch server script. As with everything in my streams, it's like squirrel. I see something new and I'm like, ooh, shiny. Man, Leaseweb took down their DFW mirror. I loved DFW Leaseweb mirror. It was really good. We still got rack space over here. Oh, let's get this ISO. Can you guys see that? Is that big enough? Wow. All right, good. I want to make sure I cater to the mobile users that are watching this stream. All right, Dan said bigger. All right, let's go bigger. All right. I think that's good. We're going with this guy right here. Perfect. Perfect size. Let's go. All right. That download is now complete. Let's come on over to our virtual machine. Let's go. Browse, downloads, refresh, Arch, forward. Let's give it 10 gigs of RAM, 10 CPUs. 20 gigs is fine. Arch, customize, finish. CPU, I don't know why, but it always messes up the architecture here. So, I mean, it should technically be 5 cores, 2 threads, apply. This does make a big ass difference too for the topology. So if you're ever virtualizing on Linux and you don't change your topology in like Virt Manager or QEMU, you're gonna have a bad time. You're gonna be like, why is it so slow? VirtualBox is better because I'm an Oracle shill and I don't know any better. All right. All right, first we're gonna just try the direct release, and then if that doesn't work, I kind of want to just see what happens when we do the direct release here for ext arch install. So we can go full screen with this. Actually, I'm not going anywhere. So we're gonna just do. So the cool thing about Arch, why I love it now, is by defaults, Terminus fonts are set. Look at that. I wish that's a little too big. Every Linux distro should ship Terminus fonts with their TTYs. Like, I don't know why you don't. It is literally like a 10 kilobit package. It's like nothing, but God, this is so good. And it just makes the experience that much better. That's the one thing I always hate about, well, I mean, as I mentioned, I crapped all over Mac. Their defaults are absolutely made by a crackhead. But the one thing about Linux, folks, they're not crackheads. They're obviously geniuses in the creation of it. But it's like they don't want anybody to use their product. It's like they made a product that they don't want anybody to use. Because like a lot of the defaults, it's like, I couldn't take 5 more minutes to set this and make it look nice. So you're just gonna get shipped with this thing that looks like it's like from the 90s. And I'm just like, God, just take 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, 30 seconds, and write that line of code in there, just to make it go. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, just always a small gripe I have. All right, let's install Arch. Let's go Titus. VDA, SSD. We're gonna go ext4. It is, yes, US. Let's see what we get. Yeah, I mean, for me, the things that work really well on Mac is the update cycle is really good, and the peripheral support is obviously next level. Everyone makes stuff that with Apple in mind. So it's not really like as much as I'd like to fault Apple or Linux, Mac or Linux, whatever, for the shortcomings. A lot of Linux shortcomings are because no one really uses it. So peripheral support is not great. You know, when you're hooking into a dock and setting everything up, it's not a great experience usually, especially when you're transitioning between the two. So like everything end to end has to be pretty much coded by you to make it really a seamless process. And then you're going to spend a long time doing that. Where on Mac, someone already has done it a lot in that configuration. I know some Linux folks will be like, well, mine works. Works for me. But in reality, yeah, it's not the case for most. It took 10 to 15 minutes. Mine takes about 2 minutes in this system to get to the end. So yeah, it should be pretty quick. All right, we did have a failing. CD error line 156. That is a very, very true thing. How about that? Yep. Valid. Let's edit. That is very valid, sir. Yep. Let's fix it. I love me some Arch, my Arch script, man. That is one of my faves. That was one of my favorite things we've done on stream. Why isn't Linutil in here? Dude, has it been that long? Poor Linutil. Poor Linutil. Oh man. All right. Let's go. Shoot. All right. Well, it's all up to date. Oh my god, I hate. What? Dolphin sucks. Bunar's better. Alright, sorry. Yep. Alright, let's go. Later. Let's pull up that script. We shall fix our Arch script. What do we have already? What are we doing here? Show me the changes. Why isn't it showing? Get out of here. Huh. That was weird, right? The diff. Alright, fine. I don't even know what the hell I have staged here. But this is one thing I love about GitHub Desktop. It tells me what the stages changed are. So it says there's a change here. But... oh, the file itself probably. Yeah. Oh, I was adding DHH's Omarchy. Rice, that's right. And I was making this executable. Yeah, alright, fine. Just go update, DHH update. We can commit that. Cool. Now we'll be on a clean state. It's just like, what the hell did I change with the hyperlink? Cool. Nothing. I just made it executable. Alright. I was just having problems reading that. Server setup. Let's go down to the grub install, shall we? Now, we did some AI BS on the old Mac. We're not going to do that this time. This time, we're not going to use any kind of theming. I know some people like the theming, but that is not what we're going to do. Alright. We're just going to make this more succinct. We'll use the ugly old grub. Great. Make grub. Ba ba ba. Perfect. Remove grub theme. Yes. Do as I say. All right. Now. That looks good. What else we got? I think the curl will not use this. It will only use the so let's clean. Let's look how that's framed really fast. It's gonna be funny when we come back to that in like a couple months when I go to install Arch. It's gonna be like, what? What was I doing here? Oh my god, has it been February since my last release? My bad. What was that release? Was it oh my god. February. I am so fired. I've had this pre-release out for like a month. Fired. Did we fix anything in here? I know we fixed some stuff. I'm just looking for, there was an arch on. I don't think so. Should have probably done a PR for that, but whatevs. I can't remember. Do I need to do a cargo publish here? Probably. Well, so this is Linux. Yeah, so we're on 627 now. Let's make a dev branch for the testing here. Actually, you know what? We're going to go a different route. You're going to be like, what are you doing, Titus? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm sorry, but you gotta look away. Yes. It's a brilliant idea. It's a brilliant idea. Trust me, I think this is fine. I think this is more than fine. Gotta do some DNS shenanigans here to make this really pop. But y'all are gonna be like, ooh, yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. But I would show it to y'all, but yeah, Cloudflare really sucks at hiding like personal information. It's like splattered all over it. Okay. Essentially what I'm doing here is we're creating a web rule. And the web rule is going to be a redirect for the Arch script, so we can just bypass linutil altogether, because I don't want to do a whole new version for this. So we're going to do a permanent redirect using forward that, and then I'm going to grab this raw file. I know you can't see it, but I'm just walking you through what's happening behind this facade. Save and deploy. All right, great. That's gravy. All right. So what we're doing here is we're going to just launch this direct. So then I can easily troubleshoot this without having to do a stupid release, because I just want this to work very seamless, just right out from the beginning. So the last one failed on us. Let's pull up Virtual Machine Manager. Let's just force off, delete, delete, and then we're just gonna recreate. I just didn't know how far that last one got, so we're just gonna go fly through these setup. We've already done this, so we're just gonna make a couple changes here, and once that's done, it's fine. So I'm not gonna walk through that. We're just gonna fly. All right, let's go. Yeah, so we're just gonna curl this command direct. I just wanted something I could easily type in without having to do anything kind of wild. So let's just update the Pacman database. We're gonna go curl fizzle, and this one, christitus.com/arch. SH. Boom. Shit. Didn't think that one through, apparently. Passwords don't match. This is Bash, right? What if we just... Huh. Oh, it's not waiting. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. wget. Yeah, wget should be fine. Let's... Alright, this should be the new arch. Alright, cool. Alright, we're just going to go full screen with this. So 1, 2. Arch test. Yes. XT4. Yes, yes. Go. And it's gone. Oh. My word. Let's see if this fixes it. It should. So what it does, it feeds that script essentially into chroot, but there was an exploit recently with sudo where you could do an elevation using chroot. Maybe there was a patch to chroot to where maybe this method doesn't work anymore. If we still get the error on the location of the boot, I think we'd have issues, but we're not doing the grub theming anymore, so I think it should be fine. We're about to find out, though. No, I don't use graphene anymore. Just a very, very stock, stripped down version. I did a debloat Android series. That's kind of what I've decided to go with. Yeah, this should have fixed it. Yeah. All right, let's reboot. And then we have a stock grub screen. I'm not even gonna touch it. We'll just go. And then we should have our arch. Perfect. All right, yeah, that fixed it. Damn, we got to do a new release, don't we? All right, cool. Well, that did fix it, though. All right, fine. I just didn't want... the one thing I didn't want to do there is do a full new release of linutil just from this and then have it, like, not work. That would have sucked. I would have been like, because how I did my release schedule on linutil, this is the last time I'm ever going to do a release schedule like this. But the releases are incapable of doing sub-releases because I made the release numbers the date. Because that's what I did with Windows util. For Mac util, I decided I will just conform to how every other developer in the known world uses versioning. And I will just have the release, sub-release, and then sub-release. And that's how I will do my versioning from now on. I just I can't with the rest. So I probably the sub release was probably a little overkill. I probably should have just done major release, minor release, major release, minor release, sub release. I think is what my scheming was, but it's a little excessive either way. All right. What is today? Is the 18th. Great. Let's go core, cargo, toml. Versioning. Do not see that. Vim 2e, cargo. Versioning. Let's go with the linutil core. This is going to be a 7, followed by 18, today's date. Because I'm a Neanderthal and decided that's the versioning I want to go with. Double check everything. That's fine. Double check everything over here. That's fine. Cargo. Test. I kind of already have an iPhone. Every release is a major release, exactly. That's how I decided to go with this. Let's see. So you gotta go cargo publish linutil core. Lazy G publish. What's happening here? Yeah, that worked. All right, let's publish core. Core's published. Now let's publish the TUI. All right, those should be pushed to Cargo.io. Well, okay. And now let's go run. We should see our new versioning at 7/18, today's date. Hot damn. Get status, looking good. Let's come on over to the actual repo. Let's go release. Let's go release. And run. We'll have to edit the pre-release here. And then... God bless. I think I'm just going to push it directly to a major. I'm just going to put it to latest release. We're not even going to do dev on this. Hashtag bug fix release. I think we might. Changelog, bug fixes and improvements. Yeah, let's see. We can look at the build here. Yeah, I gotta have, like, that's the one thing I use all the time in the Linutil toolbox is the Arch setup, server setup. It's just so fast. And it just beats the hell out of doing it from scratch. I just want it to be like, all right, here's my couple parameters, go. So, I think some people even complained about the theming because they're like, this is supposed to be minimal. So, no big loss removing the theming. And we still have that one, like, top 5 bootloaders that you can load your own theme on post. So it's not like you can't still do it. Just one extra step. Oh my god, people just do bug fixes and improvements. That's the thing I don't understand. Like, yeah, I have some bad habits, but I'm very much, I consider myself a hobbyist. But when my work is better than what professionals are putting out, we've got some problems. We've got some big problems. Y'all should, like, they should be doing way better work than me. But I don't know. Maybe all the professionals just, like, retired to their own private island because they got paid so much. Or just did hobbyist projects. You know, like John Carmack's of the world. Which I think just does AI slop now. And I say that lovingly because John Carmack's one of the greatest programmers of all time. I'm just saying. He's on the AI hype train right now. Curious to see what he comes up with, though. All right. This 627 release was a release for all of, like, 5 minutes. Oh, that's awful. All right. Well, anyways, I appreciate y'all letting me know about this. Yeah. Okay. We're just gonna push that live. We're just gonna do it live. Direct. There wasn't that much things in there, so just a couple little minor bug fixes, but that one was a pretty large issue. Like the Arch server setup script is something that's like a marquee feature of Linutil, and when it's not working, I have to push this directly to live. So I don't know what happened between then. I assume it's something with writing files using chroot and navigating through a script like that. There's probably some kind of security measure now, and maybe that script was just using that incorrectly or using it in a way that was not secure to where it could be exploited. So either way, it was just for theming, so it's like not a big loss at all. That's my rationale. All right, good. So we fixed that. What's croc? Easily secure and sends things from one computer to another. Is this just like another SSH? Oh, wow. Now that's cool, bro. That is neat. 30,000 stars too. I've been sleeping on this. So the cool thing about this is it adds just 3 words. You know, kind of like the crypto bros do with their seed phrases. But instead of, it's just 3 words and you can just grab this from anywhere? Or does it have to be on the same network? All right, let's read. Allows 2 computers to transfer data using a relay, provides end-to-end encryption, provides cross-platform transfers, allows multiple transfers, allows resuming transfers, no need for local server or port forwarding. Holy shit. That's pretty legit. Pra, you now are a VIP. Because that project is amazing. VIP status for that recommendation. I was like, oh, it's just another... Wait a second. That's pretty damn cool. That's really cool. I mean, wow. Neat. Crocodile. Croc. Ah, so cool. Yeah. Think Wizard Captor. Okay. Could this be a good replacement for Think's thing? Well, the thing about Sync thing is you got to set up a server and all this shit. You just install this and go, hey, I'm on a remote server. I need to send this file across the world. Like, let's say Pra wanted to send something from where he's at to me. He can just go in his terminal. Like, let's say, here, let's just do it right here on chat so you guys can see it. So you go croc, boom, install croc. And let's say I wanted to give you my ZSHRC. Croc.ZSHRC. You really mean to send ZSHRC? Yes. Okay. Now, whoever's in chat still watching can type in the code croc space 1656 dash Armada dash Voodoo dash Sonar. And this will send files from my PC, which is ZSHRC, to your PC. That's pretty cool. Like, I guess I can do it over here. Let's see. Brew, install, croc probably. Oh, so for Windows, you do croc space, but for Linux OS X, you have to do the variable definition beforehand. So let me do that. Let's go brew, install croc. Well, actually, you know what? So then we could go croc secret. Oh. Croc secret equals, oh shoot, I should have copied that. So yeah, croc underscore secret. Oh, somebody grabbed the file already. so somebody from chat literally just typed this command in and grabbed the file. Let's do it one more time. This time I'm gonna... Okay. So, let me just do this. We're gonna go copy. Did somebody just do this again? No. Alright, great. Paste that in. So that right there is what we're doing. Boom. And come back to here. Don't type that in. So we'll go proc underscore secret equals 2125 dash Andrea Guru shrink proc. Boom. Damn it, someone from chat grabbed it already, didn't they? You bastards. You did. Anyways, very cool. So, I hope everybody enjoys my HRC, whoever grabbed it. Oh, that's funny. That's funny right there. Anyways, cool. I mean, I did type it in Twitch chat, but I was like, I just need a global clipboard, and I was just like, well, we have this open right now, so I kind of did it to myself. But very cool. Yeah, that's pretty neat, man. I dig it. So yeah, I got Sketchbar. We did update Linutel real fast with the latest release, so that should fix that. What else do we have here? Just looking at something. I think we do want to create a repo for Yabai with Sketchybar, Yabai configuration, SKHD, and that way people can look at my config and replicate this in their own systems. Let's do that. What's the best way? Probably Yabai config. What are we doing? Let's set up. Let's go Z GitHub. We're gonna call this. Oh, actually, we already have MacUtil. I don't want to put all this in there though. Oh, yeah, we're gonna go GH repo create. Call this Yabai dash config. We're gonna make this public. All right. Repo clone Yabai config. Cool. Nice. So we have this. Let's take this guy, and we're gonna go into our .config, and I'm gonna take these three folders. This is Sketchybar, SKHD, Yabai. Hey, I think that should be good. Ooh, Ghosty's already kind of getting pulled in. Dang. Should I just do like a Mac config here? Nah, I think we're just limited to this, guys. So we're gonna cut this. Okay. Cut. Oh God, Mac. One thing I hate about Mac is it just treats you like a kindergartner. It's just like, I don't think I want to let you do that. Lame. Oh, you know what? We do need to make a ghosty rule while we're thinking of that. Let's go. So annoying, man. So annoying. All right. Alright, so we're going to move Sketchbar. And we're going to move it to GitHub. Yep, by config. Then we're going to move SKHD. .GitHub. Yep, by config. Then we're going to move yep, by. I don't know why it auto-corrected to that, but whatever. Mac things. Cool. So now if we come over to Yabai config, right, you'll see we have Sketchybar, SKH, and Yabai. We're going to do a link. The source is going to be users, Titus, / GitHub. And then Yabai config. Sketchybar. Boom. We're just taking this and we're going to go into users, Titus.config. Boom. With the /. Got to have the /, otherwise it won't work. So then if we do an LL of our home.config, you'll see Sketchybar is now right there. So to do this again, we're going to go right here with this. And we're going to take Sketchybar, go SKHD. One more time. We're going to go Yabai. Yabai. Now if we do an LL of config, you'll notice we have Sketchybar, SKH, Yabai there, but they're all kind of contained within this one Git repo. So we could someone easily could just grab my whole config. Let's do invim readme markdown. My Mac OS Yabai configuration. Let's go dependencies. Yabai. Sketchybar. SKHD. All right. Folders. Let's just go instructions. We're gonna go Yabai, move Yabai, Sketchybar, and SKHD folders to home folder -.config. Cool, right? Pretty basic. Now we're gonna do a lazy G, initial publish. We'll move all these files over. And now anybody that wants my config, is this the Mac config going to a YouTube video? Yeah. I'm sure. I don't know. Like, the thing about YouTube, I'm unsure about doing a YouTube video on it, to be honest. The problem with YouTube videos is a lot of my audience is Windows and Mac, or Windows and Linux, and making a Mac video kind of pisses everybody off. So I don't know if I'm going to make a video on it. I mean, I probably should. I might put it on my second channel, though, just because I know it's not going to be well received, just because I'm using a Mac. So maybe I'll put it on like my Chris Titus technical channel, which is kind of like my dumping ground for all the stuff that I know won't perform very well on the main channel. Although, this is pretty cool. I haven't made a decision yet. I'm like waffling back and forth because of that. You're gonna hate this. I like that, Lost. See, I think I could do that. Yeah. I'm just be like, you're gonna hate this, and I'm ashamed I did this. But it's kind of cool. So, let's talk about it and go into it. Because there's so much that goes into it that it's kind of like, do you buy and disable like your system protection integrity and then change all these settings? It's not for everybody, but it is kind of cool. So I think I probably will showcase what it does first and then go into the instructions so people can understand what it takes to make Mac like pretty good. I'm biased and come back to Mac. Hey, yeah, Dan, we got it fixed. We got it published, brother. So you should be able to run it off the official launch. So you can just launch christitus.com/Linux like you normally would, and it works. It doesn't do any of the grub theming anymore. I ripped that out, but it does do a grub install and just base grub. So I just was like, well, let's just remove it. It's kind of bloat anyways. I imagine what caused that bug was something with the latest sudo chroot exploit that happened. So that's why I think that stopped working. Because it's worked for the longest time. Well over a year, probably 2 years at this time. I don't know. Time's a weird construct for me at this time. So, yeah. All right, so we got that. We're gonna check out the Chris Titus Tech. Fixed in latest release. Alternate using gum. Huh. Anybody use gum before? Charm Bracelet also had another repo I was using just the other day, actually. So gum's using probably bubble tea on Go. A tool for glamorous shell scripts. Oh. Yeah, so leverage the power of bubbles and lip gloss in your scripts and aliases without writing any Go code. Oh boy. I think we might trade the old Rust in for this guy. That looks pretty damn good. Ah. That's kind of interesting. What's pager do? Interesting. So they've just added a bunch of really cool things. So I could wrap all the dependencies in a bash script. Make sure Grum's installed. Once it's installed, I go ahead and make a... Oh, that's kind of neat. Damn it. I think I might have to rewrite stuff in this. That's way better than me sitting there and making changes with our Rust program. I think I'll leave Rust program for the linutil. I think I might try something different for macutil though, because that's kind of cool. It seems like it's getting lots of commits too. What else was I using from Charm Bracelet the other day though? This is a pretty prolific developer. Oh, okay. It's a bunch of people that do it in here. Oh, Bubbles. Ah, yeah, VHS. The CLI home video recorder, they also made that. It's kind of cool. Damn. Yeah. Kudos to these guys. Yeah, I've used this extensively for... I was actually using it for linutil. That's hilarious. And they also make bubble tea. No, for bubble tea. That's right. So this would be actually using Man, I think we'd have to try that out. GH. Somebody made Tetris in the terminal with this. A super file manager. What the hell's that? Sorry, I'm just like... What? What? Gotten some ideas. You know how much I hate Finder on Mac. What about? We could just use this. Have all our pins. Oh. Now I'm talking. Oh, I like that. Let's see the file. Let's see the demo. Demo this bad boy. Oh my. Now that's cool. I think I might have to save that. Super file. Man. It's only been out for 15 months. It's another 2E file. You can use it on Mac though. I mean, almost all of them you can use on Mac, but man, that's cool. All right, neat. All right, sweet. What do we think today, guys? Actually got a good bit done. Oh, did I ever check to see if that repo made it over? Yeah, I don't think I did. Let's go. GitHub, and what do we call it? You buy config, I believe. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, everything I've done today is on my GitHub repo, you buy config. It includes you buys config. It includes SKHD. Let's make sure it's the actual files. Yes. We not really doing anything. This is actually could be 4 lines instead of all of this. So I could clean this up a little bit. I'm kind of curious to see what happens from that, but I went ahead and lead all that just so we have it. The Yabai config I'm using is this one right here. This does use script extension, so you do need to configure scripting add-on. That's good. And then the Sketchybar, which took us a little over a day to do, but overall worked really well. This one worked great. So that's the font, the icon map, all of that from here. I might grab these dependencies from the original dev of this, because I don't know if that would just disappear overnight or not. That would suck if it did, because I really do like a lot of the fonts and stuff he's done in here. So I might end up doing something to bring some of that in-house, but let's also make a description for this. Full config files for Yabai, Sketchybar, and SKHD. Perfect. Save changes. So, overall, very productive. Yeah, I think I probably will make a video about it. Did that flicker? Do I need to install Superfile real fast so you guys can just see it? Let's go. Let's give it a whirl. Superfile, right? Where are my stars? Stars. Let's try Superfile. What's the install command? Let's just give it a quick whirl without me really doing anything. Probably just brew install. Yeah. Oh no, this is a bash. That's not using brew at all. SPF. SPF 30 maybe? No. Got sunscreen on the mind. Alright, let's give it a whirl. Let's just go over here. Let's paste this in. Superfile. Alright. Thank you for using Superfile. Very important. If you are a Vim user, go to Superfile, not like custom hotkeys, and change your hotkey settings. But why? Always press question mark or shift / okay? For customization, you can refer to superfile.netlify.app. Thank you again for using Superfile. Okay. So then you got this, type something. So let's say we want GitHub. Oh, okay. So then we want to copy something. Let's say we want to, let's go to .config. Oh, SPF. So .config doesn't see that. So how do you see hidden files? You don't. So probably need to change that. Okay. dot? Okay, yeah, hit dot, and then you can see the dot files. So let's say we're going to copy our ghosty config, right? So probably C for copy. Let's see. Page navigation. So you can do new panel within, tab, panel movement. Okay. Switch between selection mode and normal mode with V, much like Vim. Pin and unpin with a capital P. Select all with Shift A. Select up with your cursor or course with Shift up and down. Previous panel with Shift left. Next with tab. What about copying? Copy, paste, those types of things. File operations, control. Okay, so here's file operations. Control N for new file or folder. End with a / to create a folder. So control N, and then so then it would go ahead and say something on the screen, then you just do a / at the end of your new word, and then it would create it. Control R for rename, Control C for copy, Control X for cut, Control W for paste, or Control V. I like Control V a little better. Delete is Control D or the delete command. Copy current file or directory path. Extract file, zip file, folder to zip file. Oh, okay. So Control A zips everything up, which is kind of weird. And then Control E for extract. I can remember that. Open current directory with default editor. And E for open with your open file with editor. Okay. So let's say we have Ghosty. I want to copy this config, and let's say we put it in our downloads folder. So we go Control C for copy. We see in the clipboard on the bottom left right here, it grabbed Ghosty. So then we need to go into downloads, which, oh, shoot. Okay, well, that didn't work. So Ghosty, Control C, and then to go to the previous, what was it? Was it back? Yeah. And then let's say we wanted to go downloads. Yeah. And then paste that with Control V. I think we needed to go into here and then go Control V. Okay. And then if we go back, we should see Ghosty right here. So we see Ghosty. Do I want to do delete? Let's try it. Okay. Ghosty. Or do you want to move this to the trash can? Yes. All right, cool. That's neat. So, boom. That works. It's not awful. You know? What do we think? It's intuitive enough, I guess. You got oil in Vim for the win, so you don't have to memorize anything. You have mini.files is also very similar. Yeah, I think you probably just live in Vim, NeoVim for the file browsing. I kind of agree with that, Phoenix. Like, whatever you're doing, it'd probably be better served if you just had NeoVim. What's the name of the terminal app? Ghosty. You can see it has a little ghost. Ghosty. Ghosty was actually designed with Mac in mind. It works better on Mac than any other operating system. I've installed Ghosty on Windows and Linux, The Linux counterpart felt kind of sluggish. Didn't feel great. So I didn't like Ghosty very much in Linux. So I still use like Alacrity for almost all my Linux instances. But for Mac, it works pretty well, I will say. I can see it was definitely designed for Mac first, and it definitely shows from a performance perspective. Oil.mvim treats it like a NeoVim buffer, so you can YY for yanking and pasting. Yeah, I could totally see that, Phoenix. I think I agree with you. Probably using NeoVim for those types of things would be probably really good. It's not bad though. It's not a bad project. I still like it better than Finder. Low bar. As low as it goes. Alright, sweet. Well, where are we raiding today, guys? I'm going to go ahead and drop YouTube off. And we will raid.